Hello my viewers and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, then please do so by tapping on the subscribe button, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up by tapping on the like button, and feel free to share your own thoughts on what you think about this video at the end in the comment section down below. Now, setting the record straight in this thought-provoking video from years back, an Asian man delivers a candid message to America, challenging misconceptions and highlighting historical truths with President Xi Jinping's principles of people first at its core. Now, he addresses America's perception of China's nationalism and its role on the global stage, from the One Belt, One Road initiative to reminders of America's own history. This message urges viewers to consider the lessons of the past as we navigate international relations. So with that said, let's check out his video as he explains a lot of things. I'll be right back, and when I do, we talk more about this video.
You are talking about the new China's nationalism. I don't know where did you learn that. Maybe from some American biased journalists, but they are a great politician. You are not a biased journalist, sir. So excuse me for being so candid. China, according to President Xi Jinping's idea, will always have the people at the center. Will always believe in the principle of the people first. The people meaning not only the Chinese people, but also the people of the world at large. In 2013, President Xi Jinping, when paying a state visit to a neighboring country, he proposed for the first time the building of the One Belt, One Road idea. And the method of building this great idea is to learn from each other, to cooperate in the principle of peaceful coexistence, and to benefit the resource of the building up of the One Belt, One Road. China will never try to be like a superpower, like the United States of America. And I hope our American friends will also know the basic or very simple principle. That is, history is the best teacher. According to what I learned from American professors at the university, America, or the Northern American continent, used to be a colony of the UK, of the British Empire. And the American people suffered a lot. That's why there was the independence war in 1776. I suppose some American politicians have forgotten their own history. Now there are people talking a lot about the trade war between the US and China. They forgot about the trade war with the former rulers, the British colonialists. You forgot what happened in 1776 in Boston. You forgot about the incident of the tea pouring event. And that thing led to the independence war. And after 8 years of fighting, America came into being in 1783. So America has such a history. That's why you developed first. You developed so fast later on. In China, we have a saying, which is, I believe, a truth. That is, a child from a poor family could go far, could do a lot, could be successful. American, you have your forefathers to be ruled, to be exploited, to be bullied by the Western European colonialists. So after you got independence, you developed so fast. You had so many inventions, and so on and so forth. And however, what the pity is, when you became the #1 economy, the #1 military power, you became a student, a learner of your former will boss the British. You want to put the others. In 1900, you joined the other Western imperialists to invade China. In the 1950s, America took the lead to invade the Korean Peninsula. And you made a lot of trouble in the Middle East and around the Arab world. You tried to sow discord among peace-loving countries. And you didn't keep your promise. Talking about U.S.-China relations, I was quite happy to thank you for you to give me the chance. Remember, sir, 1972 was still not too far away. On the last day, February the 28th, 1972, the first joint communique between our two countries was announced in Shanghai. According to that communique, we simply called it the Shanghai Joint Communique between China and America. The essential sentence in that document is that the American government finds that the people, the Chinese people on the two sides of the Taiwan Straits all believe there is only one China. All believe that Taiwan is part of China. The American government does not challenge this position. This is a very important sentence in the first joint communique between our two countries. But I'm afraid, sir, have you ever read that? Have you ever read it?
I suspect he has.
Many politicians of America read it, but they forgot it. And they don't keep their promise. They betrayed their forefathers' promise. And they continued to interfere into China's internal affairs on the Taiwan question. For instance, you wanted still to sell weapons to Taiwan. For what? Is Taiwan a state, a city, a village of the United States? No, Taiwan is China's Taiwan. Just about Hong Kong too. Hong Kong is China's Hong Kong. But the EU Parliament even passed a so-called act bill to interfere, to talk at random about our Hong Kong matters. This is ridiculous. This only damages the image of America in front of the world people. So thank you for understanding me, my candidness. I want to be candid. I learned this from American teachers and my British professors. If you want a good person, you have to be candid. So for the future, I only hope we remember one of the rulers of EAU told us, we have to start our future from today, not from tomorrow. I hope all the American politicians will realize the serious and the stupid mistake they already have committed, so that to do something good for the US people as well for people of other countries, including Arab countries. Indeed. Thank you.
Well, as we've said, it was a candid exchange.
Now, almost a decade of overt war in Indochina, military interventions in Greece, Iran, Lebanon, the Congo, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Colombia, Guatemala, Panama, Bolivia, China, Korea, and Thailand, military missions throughout most of the free world, and American economic dominance of countless third world countries have combined to impress upon all but the most recalcitrant observer the truth in the assertion that in the post-war period, the United States has been a formidable imperialist power. Indeed, a brief review of American history points to a pattern of imperialist behavior that goes back long before the post-war period to the very beginning of the Federal Republic. Now, that the United States is now and has long been an imperialist power is a proposition that is no longer subject to serious debate. Now, very much a matter of dispute, however, are the sources of American imperialism. A great variety of alternative theories of imperialism have been advanced to explain the American experience, and these theories have gained rise to sharp controversies over the years. Now, since the escalation of the war in Vietnam and the resurgence of a radical movement in the United States during the past decade, proponents of radical theories of American imperialism have challenged with increasing intensity the prevailing orthodox on the subject. Orthodox theorists have in turn responded to the challenge with counterattacks on the radical theorists. Now, the prevailing orthodox view attributes American imperialism primarily to the existence of a system of geographically distinct societies, claiming independent political sovereignty. Orthodox theorists hold that the internal socio-economic organization of a society has relatively little to do with the propensity for imperialist behavior. Rather, it is the externally imposed competition among sovereign states that generates imperialism in general and American imperialism in particular. Against this orthodox, there is already a variety of revisionist radical theories, inspired largely by the Marxist tradition. The unifying distinctive feature of the radical theories is the assertion that American imperialism results to a significant extent from the fact that the United States is a capitalist society. Thus, radical theorists argue that the internal socio-economic organization of a society does make a great deal of difference, and that American imperialism cannot be consequences of imperialism, but the sources of imperialism are necessarily found in the capitalist mode of production. Now, in this enlightening video, we've heard how the speaker offered a critical examination of America's historical relationship with China, urging viewers to reconsider prevailing narratives and confront historical truths. He began by addressing misconceptions about China's nationalism, emphasizing President Xi Jinping's commitment to prioritizing the well-being of both Chinese citizens and people worldwide. Now, this assertion aligns with China's long-standing policy of promoting peace and cooperation through initiatives like the One Belt, One Road project, which aims to foster mutual learning and development among participating nations. Now, the speaker then took us into America's own history, drawing parallels between its colonial past and China's present trajectory. He reminded us of America's struggle for independence from British rule, highlighting the injustices faced by early Americans and the sacrifices made to establish sovereignty. Now, this historical context serves as a foundation for understanding America's rapid development and innovation post-independence. However, the speaker doesn't shy away from critiquing America's actions as it ascended to global dominance. He pointed to instances where America, once a victim of imperialism, adopted imperialist tactics itself. Examples include America's involvement in the invasion of China in the early 20th century, its leadership in the Korean War, and interventions in the Middle East. Now, these actions, he urges, demonstrate a departure from America's founding principles and the willingness to prioritize its own interests at the expense of others. Throughout his commentary, he provided a compelling narrative supported by historical facts and evidence. By juxtaposing America's own history with its actions on the global stage, he challenged viewers to critically examine prevailing narratives and consider alternative perspectives on international relations. Now, this thought-provoking analysis serves as a reminder of the complexities of geopolitics and the importance of understanding historical context in shaping contemporary discourse. Now, in the video, the speaker emphasized President Xi Jinping's principle of prioritizing the well-being of people worldwide, not just within China's borders. Now, this assertion aligns with China's promotion of initiatives like the Belt and Road project, aimed at fostering economic cooperation and development across participating nations. Empirical evidence supporting China's global cooperation efforts includes data on investments, infrastructure projects, and diplomatic engagements undertaken as part of the Belt and Road Initiative. He also drew parallels between America's colonial past and China's present trajectory, highlighting the America's fight for independence from British rule. Now, historical evidence such as documents, speeches, and accounts from the American Revolutionary War can illustrate the challenges faced by early Americans and the sacrifices made to achieve sovereignty. He critiques America's actions as it ascended to global dominance, citing instances of imperialist behavior such as involvement in the invasion of China and leadership in the Korean War. Empirical evidence supporting America's imperialist tendencies includes historical records, military engagements, and diplomatic documents detailing America's interventions in various regions. Now, America's historical struggle for independence with its later actions as a global power, the speaker highlights discrepancies Ripper says in American Behavior. He points out instances where America, once a victim of imperialism, adopted imperialist tactics itself, undermining its founding principles. Empirical evidence can include comparative analysis of America's actions before and after its emergence as a global superpower, highlighting shifts in foreign policy and behavior. We have finally come to the end of the video. What do you have to say? Share your thoughts as well in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.